So I'm gonna attempt to make this message again, and if it actually sends, then I will know that um, it's supposed to be released at this time. If I cannot come up with something, then I know it's not time. So the eyes of the world is playing, and it's reminding me that we need to stay positive during this time, guys. I'm receiving a lot of messages right now, and not all am I able to share. Because it's not even clear yet to me. I'm still piecing them together, but there's so many, and I'll know and I'll be able to share. Oh, this happened during I don't know. I feel like it was burpees, but it hurt to bend. So I don't know what was happening, but also the spirit of fear is something that we could easily meditate out of that spirit of fear of, oh my God, what's happening, or what can I do? And the spirit can it can go away very easily by reminding yourself of positive affirmations. And reminding us that I talked about the 7 steps in the book of Ruth, and this is a very powerful book about leaving things from the past as the past and allowing a new beginning to occur. And so as we're seeing this new beginning, it feels like a judgment. It feels almost like a turn of events, and what we think would be negative into a very positive way. And then it feels also like if we choose to see it as something negative, that's exactly what we're going to get. But okay, this may last for a little bit, but what will come of this will be incredible. And so just sitting and understanding, what is the next 10 years going to look like after this has severely affected us? So many businesses and stuff like that have seriously come from recessions. They've come from very hard times. They've come from where the market was low. So how can we circumvent this, or how can we just we can respond to this? We don't have to react. I feel like a lot of people are stuck in an energy of reacting as opposed to just being in the energy of things beginning to begin to really turn around. And so what we're seeing now is this is amazing. This I feel so happy about this change. So again, this is like Exodus. If we look into the book of Exodus, where during the 10 Commandments, Moses led the children out of Israel. So let's not focus on even the journey and a promise. Let's focus even on the fact that these people were free. Let's focus, yes, also on the promise, but let's focus on the fact that God freed these children out of Israel, out of 400 years of enslavement. And the trick of this is learning to think now independently, and this is going to be the eyes of the world. This is it. That in order to really come full circle with everything that is happening right now, we must understand that we are the eyes of the world. So seeing things in a very negative way, and this is gloom and doom, and we're all going to die. And you know what? Unfortunately, and I hate to give this spoiler, but we are all going to die. That's just a fact of life. There is birth and then there is a death. So I hate to spoil that for you. So we know that death is coming. That's it's it, but it does not necessarily have to be imminent. But we can live like it is imminent. We can live like it is a time where, okay, look, I don't know what's supposed to happen. I'm not just hunkering down and spending time with my family, but I am understanding this legacy. There has not been a virus like this before. There has not been time where people have had everything shut down and they've been forced to face themselves and forced to say this is kind of not what I expected, but what can I do? How can I change a lot of things during this period? What can I do to make things better for myself during this time? how can I advance in communication or travel, or how can I advance in healthcare? How can I advance in communicating with other people and building stronger and better relationships? How can I advance in those? And the areas where we're forced to look at and where it's the ugliest is going to be absolutely the area where things are going to start changing for the good. This is what I feel like we have been called. Our specific pain and trauma, our specific pain and trauma of whatever it is that like has been eating you in the darkest part is one of the greatest facilitators of what you're about to boom out of. So, I just went back to listen to Failure, like Being Not Afraid of Failure or Thinking of Failure as an Option, um, by Vinod Khosla for Stanford Business School, Graduate School of Business. And he talks about like just look at all of every single decade, from the 50s to the 60s, the 60s to the 70s to the 80s, whatever. Just look at every single decade, and can you think of at least 100 people who have changed anything? I mean, anything. So let's look at people from, let's look at people from the 50s or 60s. Can you list 100? 100. People who have completely influenced so much. No, there's not many. It's only about 5% of people. And he shared that about 10,000 people, that's it, will be people who will completely radicalize this next generation. Don't see this as like the worst thing to ever happen. This is one of the best things to ever happen. You claim that you wanted change. You claim that you wanted things to be different than they were each time, and you actually knew it. And you knew that things were about to be good. You knew that, wow, I've been very patient. You knew that you deserved the things that are coming your way. You knew that you have been good. You know that you have been righteous. You know that you have grown deeper and worked on yourself so much in faith. This is the light, and it's about to shine so bright. And what we want is here. What we want is here. So, what do you want? That's it. That's the question. We are the eyes of the world, and the question is just to ask ourselves, what is it that we want? So, yeah, I don't really have an umbrella right now. I really needed to soak up some vitamin D and act like I was just hanging out on the beach or something, because maybe that would feel nice. But just to listen to running water is amazing. Don't be afraid of the change. There are some people that are definitely going to fear things that are coming. But just remember, no God, which is only one, did not give us the spirit of fear, but power of love and a sound mind. So just know, with the advancements that are coming, I'm good. Just keep reminding yourself, like, I'm actually okay. I've had time to, like, sit and listen to lectures. I've taught myself, chess, whatever it is that you say that you're choosing to do with your time, and you're advancing within yourself. Now, it might be okay to stay on social media, depending on what it is that you're choosing, your programming. If you're listening to me, you probably don't watch it that much, or maybe you're a friend checking out the channel. But in that case, hey. But you're not nobody. You're heading somewhere, and this is about to be amazing. Again, set the captives free. We're talking about restoration of human beings. We're talking about payments being released. We're talking about leveling the playing field. We're talking about obeying and just having really good morals and just sticking to your morals and that inner guidance, this inner compass, which will help set forward things that we are knowing is coming. This amazing, amazing power that is coming. The power is you. But staying in touch with that power and being very sure of your morals. When I looked back, and this past few days, I've been studying again. I've been reading about Michael Jordan a lot from the 2 books that I have for the love of the game. And I've been reading about Muhammad Ali. And then I watched some clippings on their lives. And I also had been studying Moses. So, and now also getting into Farrakhan. But this is so many people, so we'll like keep it down. All to say that these things have been completely influenced and can absolutely transform and transcribe the trajectory of where it is that you're going. So I am so excited, you guys. This is one of the coolest things to happen. I'm so happy about it. And just keep your faith. Just know, like, that through every dark night, there's a bright day. This is really